February 13th and 14th, as I said, were feast days. Feast, as in food, leading up to the celebration of the 15th. So I want you to look at what happened at Ron Logan's property, just as we've talked about before, because there's many interesting moving pieces here. You have Eric Alter, Ryan Logan, and Garrett Kurtz, Brad Holder, all of these people that are associated back to Ron Logan's property line. And if you look at what Ron Logan was doing, he was caught on camera going to the junkyard, to the dump, pardon me. And he was caught getting rid of all of the garbage from the feast, the pig roast that they had on that weekend. Now, do you think that with such amazing work of the investigation of Jerry Holman, that they even asked Ron about what he was doing at that, like what it was that he was getting rid of? And he just said it was just garbage, random shit, right? Well, let me remind you, the FBI is involved, how many investigators involved, how many different law enforcement agencies are involved. Did they go to that dump that Ron Logan went to and recover any of the garbage? That they had the timelines, the dates. They were within, the proximity of being able to recover this stuff. You gotta remember, this is a very small community, right? If we're talking about the murder of a 13 and 14-year-old girl, and you have a guy on film going to the dump, don't you have to kind of verify, considering that they did eventually arrest him for certain unrelated crimes that were not associated to the Delphi murders on Ron Logan, and they left him in jail for over a year because they were still attempting to clean all of this stuff up on law enforcement side, so none of this would leak out to the public to find out what actually happened. You have to remember, the Satanic Temple has also adopted these ancient Roman, right? Why would a group of people that worship Satan have a ritualistic pagan practice that's tied to ancient Rome in ancient Greece? Why? That's nothing to do with Satan, is it? Well, through interpretation, guess what? It is. Because they have found a way to interpretate this through what they believe to be their God, right? This is part of their festivals, but I'm not claiming that the Satanic Temple is specifically behind this in any way, shape, or, that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm showing you is that some of the information that's been brought forward about Lupercalia, such information in the past claiming it's just a one-day festival or event, to a certain degree it is, because the other 2 days are feast days leading up to the festival day of Lupercalia. When, in modern tradition times, through interpretation, on February 15, 2017, the whole world, come on Mick, was in the process of celebrating the life of Abby and Libby. It was through no direct practices that we had anything to do within the ritual, right? But you see, this was a way for them to utilize, sucking us into something that we weren't fully aware of until, I became aware of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. A lot of other people are still not going to be aware of it, and that they don't realize what's actually plaguing them or possessing them within this form of what they keep constantly referring to as there's this obsession. Well, good luck with that. Because on February 15th, the whole world started to, at that point, start to mourn, right? And through the interpretation, that's a form of celebration, because now, excuse me, everybody that has heard of these two children start to celebrate the life that the children had led, and what was taken away, is the mourning process part. So you see, this was all why when they were promoting the murders, it was the exact same. It was from that point it had started, until this point now where I'm stopping it.